Kia ora tātou, ko Jon Smith took it Ingwer, General Manager, Academic Skills at Quality for Skills, and I had the pleasure of attending DREAM 2024. So for me, I had three key takeaways. The first one was really around how important quality data is and the access of that, and how we can use that to actually enable us to identify which barriers we need to remove to improve student success. So that was the first one. The second one came from really the visit to Georgia State, when they took us through their processes for barrier removal at all stages of that learner journey. And they asked the question, are we the problem? So they didn't tend to say, is the learner the problem? They looked the lens and switched it back onto, actually, is it us as a staff group? Is it us as an institution that are the problem when we're looking at identifying student success? So that was a real sort of eye-opener from me. And then the third one was really about the information and guidance we provide students, and that relates to students cannot be what they cannot see. So basically, how much upfront information do we provide learners about their career journey in terms of the program that they're starting on to where they want to be, and how clear do we make that for learners before they join the organisation? So the one main thing that we're focused on now back at Skills after attending the DREAM conference is we took the model, so Achieve the Dream have developed a 2.0 capability framework model, and that looks at how we can support learners holistically. And we've really started to introduce that model and having really sort of robust conversations around what we need to do at Skills to build that whole student success model around equity, and that will also address some of the things that I identified in my key takeaways as well. So we've had a real focus on that 2.0 capability framework. I think my favourite part of attending the conference was really being with like-minded people from New Zealand. It was really good to connect with fellow organisations from New Zealand that we don't get time to spend enough quality time with, which is really good. I think the post-conference connections, both in New Zealand and in the US, have been really valuable for the organisation. I really enjoyed pulling together the report and presentation that I provided to ELT and fellow managers, and the engagement back in the organisation has been really, really positive from that perspective. And I think the other one we need to really do is celebrate the small wins. When you look at New Zealand in terms of how long we've been on, or TC's been on the equity journey, and you look at what's been achieved in the short amount of time, I think it's really important that we celebrate that. When you look at Achieve the Dream, and they've been going 20 years, and yes, they've made progress, but I think in the first 5 years that New Zealand's made some great progress, and we need to celebrate that, although there's more work to be done from that perspective.